Hey, Dragon Ball Final Stand Remastered finally came out, y'all. And I'm gonna be a buck with y'all. The game is no cap. Go ahead and bleep this. Is okay. The game's okay. Now there's gonna hold up before y'all start hating. Go in the comments and typing like, oh no. Wait a second. It's but I expected it to be, and it's like it's not their fault for the game being. You know what I mean? This is a lot of bleeps, but let's get more into what I'm saying, right? This is a remaster. This is Dragon Ball Z Remastered, Final Stand Remastered. It's a remastered of a game that came out a minute ago, which was Dragon Ball Z Final Stand, right? Now, the remastered, basically, like any other remaster in existence, just updates the graphics and like maybe adds a couple new mechanics, okay? So that's what I'm talking. That's what when I said that the game's ass, but I expected to be ass and it's okay, is because it's a remastered, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like a brand new game. They're not supposed to change like core mechanics of the gameplay and stuff like that. It would be a different story if this game, like, say the remastered came out today, but it wasn't the remastered. It just was Dragon Ball Final Stand, and it just released. Then I'd be like, this game is literal fucking ass. I don't know what the people were doing with this, but that's not the case. Now let's actually talk more about the game itself, the remastered. One thing I did like about the game when I first joined up is that I kept my game passes, right? From like along when I had Dragon Ball Final Stand, I kept my game passes from then, right? I had my hyperbolic time chamber, I had my trunk sword, I even had my Goku Black moveset. I had a God moveset, but I'm pretty sure they just substituted for the Goku Black because the God moveset wasn't in the game, which is alright. I don't really care. That's alright. At least they gave us our game passes back, right? Now, that's kind of where my that's kind of where it ended for me about the game, doing good or being good, you know what I mean? Because after I got in the game, I saw the, Circle of Doom, after I did the quest where I had to fight the snakes, where, snakes / bandits, you know what I mean? I went to the city, and it was Dragon Ball Final Stand. It was bandit beating. That's what it was, you know what I mean? And yeah, the game, that's just not my type of game. Y'all know it. I do not play bandit beaters. I will not grind 500 bandits for any type of reason. I'm telling you, like, unless bandit beating is like, I'll do like 5 quests of bandit beating, and if I see any more, I'm off the game instantly. You know what I mean? I don't care how good the combat is for the end game. I don't care about any of that. I'm not finna grind bandits just to get to the end of the game. That's trash. A lot of people use that as, oh wait, the end game though is calm, and they use that as justification for going through hours of bandit beating. Like, hey, y'all type soul players, I know y'all know about that. I don't know. I'm telling you, y'all might be, I don't know, y'all gotta be drones. Y'all can't be real people. Like, if you're not a kid and you're on type soul, like my friends did it too, bro. They grinded the updates and stuff, like the hell updates, 150 NPCs. Yeah, nah, y'all got it. 24 hours? Yo, you would have me fucked up leaving my PC on for 24 hours to get a true in a Roblox game that's gonna die. You know what, we're getting off track, but real quick, check how many players type souls at. That's all I'm gonna say. Back to what I was saying though, right? The bandits, it was bandit beating and stuff like that. So I was like, that's where I started realizing it's just Dragon Ball Final Stand. I expected that when getting in the game. So I was like, it's okay, you know what I mean? The game did have a couple new, like, I think quests, and of course it would have new quests, but they also had new mechanics where, like, there's, what's it called? Dungeons and stuff like that, raids and stuff, which is nice. You can get money from them. You can go in with people, which is nice. And I think it even had like world events and stuff, because I saw a notification on the bottom right of my screen saying something is happening. So the game added new mechanics, which is, expected to be because it's remastered. So I respect it, you know what I mean? This game, honestly, for the kids, it's going to be like, it's a W game, you know what I mean? For people like kids on Roblox who want to play it, I feel like it's a W game. Now, for people who it's a little bit more like maturity and stuff, I don't know if you're gonna fuck with the game simply because it's a bandit beating, you know what I mean? It's like Blox Fruit, but Dragon Ball's Final Stand, Dragon Ball, that's what it is. It's basically Blox Fruit, but Dragon Ball, but it's not as worse as Blox Fruit, okay? I'm not gonna do them that dirty. They have mechanics in the game that are like fun. You got your transformations, instant transmission, where it even goes across servers. That's nice. I always like that little touches. Like when games add those little touches and stuff like that, that's what I love that about games. Which is a lot of Roblox games don't do that nowadays. They see something, they do it, they don't add like details to it, and they just put it in their game because they really just did to make a bag. So putting that aside, right? The game, I will not be playing it. I'm not gonna lie, I will not be playing the game. But it's not like, it's a remastered, you know what I mean? It's a remastered. So I'm not gonna be playing the game, and I'm not gonna also be shitting on the game just because it is a remastered of a game that came out a long time ago. So, the way Roblox games were, it was just different, you know what I mean? Nowadays, I feel like if this game came out, I already said it before. I think I already said it, but if this game came out today, I would be hating on it. Okay, not gonna lie. If it came out today as a game, I would I'd need to be hating on it, or I wouldn't even entertain it for a video. You know what I mean? But it's a remastered for a game that came out a brick ago, back when like Rogue Lineage was up. You know what I mean? Probably before Rogue Lineage. So I can't really hate too much on the game. Overall, I do like that they gave your game passes back. Like, that shows that they're not like money greedy. They're not that money hungry. You know what I mean? So I can respect it. Unlike some devs, you know, Crollo. So y'all think that he's a messiah Roblox. No, that guy just knows. He just knows the method. Truly, that guy makes a little sport game that's alright. You know, a nice little sport game that's somewhat functional as a little gameplay system. And hey, y'all tear that up. Which is, hey, that's what's wrong with Roblox nowadays. But that's besides the point. Overall, though, Remastered isn't bad. You know what I mean? It's a good remastered of a game, you know, that came out a minute ago. And yeah, that's really all I had to say. I'm not gonna lie. We're kind of like, this video is pretty short, so maybe let's talk about something else. Let's go into I don't know, let's let's vibe. Let's talk about Type Soul. Let's talk about that for a little bit, you know, because we were talking about that earlier. And I actually, hey, y'all don't understand this, but I'm kind of future Saga. Like, I'm not the same guy who was just recording. It's kind of weird, but I came out, like, the recording, I cut it. Like, if y'all don't know, the way I record and stuff like that, I sometimes do it in a straight, line, which you can tell with some of videos they don't have a script. And sometimes I like cut it in half. And there was a cut. You guys can probably tell where it was, but I'm talking too much. I'm kind of yapping. Anyways, what I wanted to say is, I actually went and checked the player base of Type Soul. That shit is at 1,760 people playing. Tell me that's not insane. And for the people who grinded this game, yo, and then y'all instantly hopped off, y'all, I don't know, maybe y'all have too much free time. That's kind of crazy. Like, that game is at, like, let's check. I want to check something real quick. Let's check Rogue Lineage player base, right? Rogue Lineage play, like, if y'all don't know Rogue Lineage, you know what I mean? Let's check his player base. Rogue Lineage is at, dang, it's at 600 people playing. Like, I think at his peak it was at like 1,000 not too long ago. But it's kind of crazy. Like, Type Soul is like dead now, huh? That is actually crazy. That game was like hype. A whole bunch of people hopped on it, and then in a couple like a weeks like that, it was just dead. Like, I think I said that game was gonna die. I know, like, it was Type Soul. I mean, the next time they come out with an update, y'all gonna hop back on it. So I guess the devs, they don't really care if the game's low right now. That's usually what they do. They might close the game again, guys, and fucking do that as a remastered. Putting that aside though, that we got our daily shit on Type Soul. What else should we talk about? Any closed community games that came out lately? You know what I mean? I heard that Naruto Infinite 2, kind of came back. I don't really want to talk too much about the game because I'm never gonna get in. And before we move on from that segment, y'all know, the OGs know, fuck epilogue. Hey, I gotta. At this point, epilogue is kind of tradition. You know what I mean? Whatever. Kaizen 2. I do want to talk a little about that game. I saw that game was like out a little bit like that. I was supposed to get in, but I don't think that shit is happening anymore. I think my spot is officially taken or stuff like that. So y'all won't see any videos on Kaizen, probably, most likely. I really don't know what to make videos on anymore. I think I have a couple ideas in the bank, so I'm not completely empty. You know what I mean? So if y'all wanna, hey, first I need y'all to listen. When I say like recommend me a game to play or something like that, or recommending me something, if y'all want me to talk about or like play a game, go ahead and send it in my comments. So say, don't click on this. Yo, I swear, if y'all click on this video and say some irrelevant shit, I might crash. I might have to ban your comment. Just kidding. I'm not that crazy yet, at least. You know what I mean? But just go recommend me something. You know what I mean? Don't recommend me like some shitty ass Still a Brain Rot game, okay? Don't do that, because I'm gonna ego that comment. Go recommend me something to play or something like that. If y'all want me to talk about something, it doesn't even have to be kind of Roblox related. Hey, go ahead and send me it. Maybe I can play some other games that are off Roblox. I don't know. That's kind of unlikely though, because if I post anything that's not Roblox, the views down. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I don't really care about views like too much though, so I will like dabble into other games if y'all really want me to. That's really all I got to say. This video is kind of short, but like Dragon Ball Final Stand, I mean, the remaster is just not a bad game. It's a shitty game, but it's a remastered of a game that came out a minute ago. There's not much you can do, and I don't expect it to be a god tier game. You know what I mean? I'm not that ignorant. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's the end of this video. Y'all go ahead and like and subscribe. I know this video is kind of like not the full no cap experience, but I just got back. You know what I mean? We just got back to it, and I'm just getting back into the motion. So like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all niggas later. No cap out.